Beautiful Noosa on Queensland's Sunshine Coast is home to a range of pristine natural environments, from waterways full of bird life to rocky headlands and stunning beaches. For those who like to get out on the flat water for a fish, the Noosa River has plenty of options.
Have a look at that. That's a cracking mangrove jack.
I've even caught good barra here. The diversity of fishing in Noosa is amazing. Anything is possible. Let's get this baby back. The Noosa River is also home to one of only 2 Everglades systems in the world. The Noosa Everglades is a world of water, wilderness and wonder in the upper reaches of the Noosa River. It's a photographer's dream, a birdwatcher's paradise and a nature lover's escape. We'll be fishing the Noosa River later in the show, but for now, we're heading offshore from Nusa with Clint and the lads from Deep Sea Fishing Co. Our mission is to catch some of the very best table fish in the ocean. And here in Queensland, there's some delicious reef fish in that category. Along the way, we'll explain how to keep our fish in the best possible condition for the table, guided by the experience of local seafood expert Dan Leroy from Saltfish Nusa. They're in about 40 metres of water here and Dan's halfway in. A bit good hit and then slowed up.
Bad, Rob. Slowed up. I think it's just like a little pearly or something.
Something with a big mouth.
A bucket mouth.
Geez, they look like an American bass, don't they?
Oh, beautiful.
These guys here are already one of the best table fish you can eat. Like, I don't know if there's much better.
Absolutely.
So
should really just check it, just in case.
always check the rule. So it's undersized, so it's going straight back.
It's only undersized by 5 mil.
Yeah, righto.
Anyway,
rules are the rules.
Off he goes.
Well, it was the right species. Now we just need to upsize. Oh, this looks better. Something a bit more weight in it, mate.
Yeah, he's got a bit of weight there. He's got a few head knocks.
Oh, boy.
Been waiting for it. Oh, yeah, it's decent.
Oh, I love it.
I found a keeper.
Yeah. This is a heavier rod. Yeah, 50-pound braid and 60-pound leader on this.
Look at colour. Big pearly.
Oh, look at this! No sharks on it, so we've got a really good chance of getting this. That's what we wanted.
Oh, he's only lip hooked.
Don't lose him, mate. He got him!
Yeah, it's a quality pearly, that one.
Oh, now, this is like absolutely one of the best table fish you can ever catch. And it's hard to do anything wrong with them. They do eat well if you just throw them on ice, but Dan, can you show me what we need to do to keep this pristine? So first step, mate.
We're going to brain spike it there, Rob.
And that stops the nerves and the blood pumping and everything so that you
Kills
get
it instantly.
Yeah, so it's humane and good for
Very
fishing.
humane. It allows the flesh just to settle down and it just relaxes the whole fish. So then I like to gill nip them. It takes a little bit longer, but that's what you want to do to get the quality that we sort of aim to achieve when we're selling it at Saltfish anyway. We're going to put him in a nice cold ice slurry.
Yep.
So much easier to fillet the fish once it's set.
We're fishing off the coast of Noosa with Dan Leroy from Saltfish and the lads from Deep Sea Fishing Co. This rig here just about does everything. It's pretty cool. So I got the sinker on that top hook. Barry McDade made them for me. The gang hook running down there with the swivels. So it twists and turn when you hook a fish, and you tend to lose them less that way than compared to standard gang hooks, which are just linked together through the eye of the hook, and they don't have as much give. Now, the squid there is beautifully presented, but it's with a difference. It's called a CNS, a covered-in squid rig, or whatever you want to call it, really, a squid dog, but there's a pilchard inside that squid there that gives it that oily trail, additionally above what the scent the squid gives off. So that's the best of both worlds. The squid's tough, can withstand the pickers a bit more. Look, a cut bait or a hard bait's even better, but look at that. Anything's going to hit that. A mackerel on the way down, a trout or a big cod on the bottom, snapper, everything. So I'm going to drop that down. The bait was an instant success, and a big fish took us by surprise. All right, so that was a
well done. Got it off the bottom, Rob. Well done.
That was a great fight.
Yeah, it's a nice fish, mate.
Oh.
Yeah, hang on.
You got him?
I got him.
Look at that.
Oh, well done, mate.
Oh,
well done.
on the 8 kilo rod, mate. Oh, I love these guys. Estuary cod, they start their life in the beautiful Noosa system there, and the creeks up and down the coast and rivers, and this is a middle-sized one, but the prime fish. Look at that. Before we tell you about this cod, that's a grinner. So that's an undesirable, but he was picking away at my bait, got hooked, and the cod's come along while either trying to eat him or while he's there. So I'll let you get the grinner off quickly, mate.
Yeah, no worries.
These fish here, they get massive and they fight really good. The trick's to get them off the bottom, right?
Yeah, you got to get them off the bottom, otherwise they'll go straight into their hole or their cave or wherever they're living underneath the ledge. Yep. But they're pretty renowned for bricking you. And
these have always been on the coast here at Noosa, in the sunny coast?
Absolutely. We've got a really good river system up in the Noosa area up there, of all those lakes and mangrove creeks, and they all like it up there when they're juveniles, and then they move out onto the reef when they get a bit maturer. We get them out here up to 25 kilo. But this is a brilliant table fish. I regard it as highly as a coral trout, to be honest. Yeah, wow. So if you do the right thing, you bleed it, you brain spike it, you get a nice clear fillet, and it cooks up just as good as coral trout. Flaky, moist, not too fishy, which ticks all the boxes for the punters.
Straight into the saltwater ice slurry to preserve that flesh, set it so it's easy to clean later. When you see the effort that goes into the preparation of this seafood, you start to understand why the cost of wild-caught fish seems high. It's actual wild-caught, it's actual sustainable, and it's actual fresh. It's caught in the morning, it's in his shop sometimes by 10 o'clock, right?
Sometimes, yeah. The local boys will have it back to me in the mornings and we'll process it and then get it straight through the shop.
And you can see it in the fish, and that's your choice. You're either going to buy imported stuff cheap, or you're going to get pristine stuff that's been looked after and had the physical time and effort put into it by Dan and all his mates. Now, I do love a fresh reef fish fillet, so I was drawn to visit Dan at Soulfish to get something extra fresh for dinner. Everything in here sparkles, and it's the end result of all that effort that's put in by your guys out at sea that are catching this fish for you daily, right?
Yeah, no, that's good to be appreciated, mate, thanks. Yeah, no, it all looks good. That's the idea, making it ready to eat and keeping it fresh. There's nothing out here that I wouldn't eat myself, so you know, I've got a pretty high standard when it comes to fish, being a commercial fisherman. So we just want the best quality and deliver the best seafood that we can. I don't think there's anything in here that hasn't come from the coast. So really? It's other than your salmons that come from the farms, because it's hard to get wild salmon, but everything's from Nusa to Mooloolaba in here. So yeah, we like to keep it local.
In between exploring Noosa's many natural wonders, take some time out to explore Hastings Street, where locals and visitors enjoy relaxed shopping, alfresco dining, and people watching. Not far from the buzz and activity of Hastings Street is the seaside calm and natural beauty of the Noosa Headland and Noosa National Park, where you'll find walking trails that pass by secluded ocean bays and great surf beaches, ideal for a dip at any time of year. After a stroll and a swim, you'll probably be a bit peckish. Well, you don't need to go far, because directly in front of the Noosa beach is one of the best places to have a meal. You've got to come here, the Noosa Head Surf Club. It is the best seat on the beach. I mean, check it out. We can look at the ocean conditions for fishing, the surfing conditions. It's just so much to see and do right here. And the food, it's beautiful, super tasty and affordable. I mean, you can get fresh Mooloolaba prawns, lots of other fresh local produce. And today, I've got the local swordfish. It looks and smells delicious. So if you're anywhere near Noosa, drop into the surf club here. It's iconic. Grab a bite, grab a bevy. You will not regret it. There's a huge range of accommodation on offer in Noosa, but I really wanted a clean modern apartment right on the river with access to a jetty. My good mate Bob Cameron told me that he would come to Noosa in the 70s, before the buildings were here, and catch fish right where the Noosa Harbour Resort sits today, on the banks of the Noosa River. So it was a no-brainer. I'm staying at the Noosa Harbour Resort. These beautiful modern apartments feature a private balcony with amazing views, and the apartments are fully self-contained. Best thing is, just like Bob said, The river fishing is excellent right in front of the resort.
This would be nice if it comes together. Tweed peely on a circle hook, just set and forget. Feels like a big flathead bumping around. Big flathead will take the bait and just sit on it until you lift gently, and then he takes off. You can watch the world go by here, cruisers going past the charter boats go out to sea, people having sunset cruises, and they've got a nice big flatty on. Happy days. They haven't even left the dock yet.
Have you got there, Roll? Oh, nice one. Look at that.
Oh, they're just so iconic. Look at him there in the water like a little shark. Look at that. Yeah. The best way to land a big flathead is up in the sanding, especially seeing we're likely to let this one go. That drag's nice and loose. Bob, I'll come around and join you. That is a beautiful dusky flathead. Oh, just right at the last minute. That's what we were going to do anyway.
Yeah, he didn't bite you off either.
No, what a beautiful big flatty though.
The resort's jetty was originally intended as a place to meet my mate Bob, but it turned out to be a top fishing spot.
It's a pretty cool spot. Walk down from your room, throw a line out on the jetty. The thing about a jetty is when the current's roaring through, you can fish down current, and it means your sinker is not swinging around. Even though it's sandy here, there's less chance of getting snagged when it's fished straight down current. So it's just user-friendly. I've got a beautiful flatty on here. Nothing special about the rig. A running sinker rig, circle hook and a tweed bait. And, oh look, he'd be almost close to legal, but we'll let him go.
Shortly after, Bob was onto something uniquely different.
Okay, Bob, trevally type fight.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Oh, look at that.
What do we got? Ah, that is a
mongrel thing.
Happy moment.
Oh, it's a big one. Look at the size of it.
Yeah. The reason he's called a happy moment is the happy moment is the moment before he stings you. You were happy in life up into there. Those spines on the top of his head there, the dorsal fins, they'll put you in hospital. It's amazing how other fish can eat them and not worry. Like a barramundi will eat that whole. So for us, those spikes that he's sort of flashing at us, we don't want them. What Bob's watching here and I keeping the fish away from us so it doesn't fall on your feet. Any fish, even ones without poisonous spines like this guy, you want to hold them away. If you grab the bend of the hook and just shake gently.
Same goal.
You've just got to be mindful if you catch something you're not sure what it is, don't touch it. Yeah, long nose pliers and just gently unhook him. If you can't do it, if you can't unhook it, just cut the line, let him go and save you a trip to the doctor on your holiday.
The river water was discoloured due to recent heavy rain, but it didn't seem to worry the local fish, as my tweed pilchard was inhaled again.
This is the perfect scenario, really. The big flathead before, which is probably a female. It's only the females that get big, got off. And this is a perfect table size that I've got on here. And now look, there's people out there debating the big flathead. They're like grandmas and they can't have babies anymore and all this stuff. It's all not true. The big flatties are the breeders. You put them back, you get lots of smaller flathead like this, and you're gonna have good sized table flathead for years to come. So this guy here, that 55 or 50 centimetre mark here, okay, just got him. There you go. That's the perfect table size there. So I'll keep this one for dinner. Meanwhile, I'm going to go find Bob because he's my fishing mate and he's got a habit of just go disappearing and he's shot off there on his paddleboard. Probably seen some trevally or was after a whiting or something, but I'll go find him once this guy's on ice.
I'm fishing in the Noosa River with Bob Cameron, a keen local fisherman who also happens to be the mastermind behind the environmentally friendly rock coat render system. You wouldn't know it when you see him on the water, as he's completely immersed in the environment and the fishing.
Bob, this is us, isn't it, really? I mean, standing with your feet in the water in a beautiful environment like this, World Heritage listed area, flicking for a whiting or a flathead and brim.
And the thing is, with the paddleboard, you don't have to, it's not a whole performance. You don't have to pack it up and have fuel. And I just paddle across the flats here and catch a few fish and then head home.
You get a bite there.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what we're after.
Might be a whiting, you reckon? Always a good one too.
Bone fish of the south.
Yeah.
I'll let you grab him, mate.
Oh, he's a nice little fella.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to tell you something here. There's massive barra here. You'll see them probably as part of this show, but we get big fish here. But the guys that have been around, they love the whiting. Why is that, Bob?
Oh, they're so nice to eat, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just dispatched that little fella, so
Yep.
I'll go and clean him.
Now that's what I love to see. He's the happy fisherman. He's the quintessential happy fisherman. Bob's a long-time local, with his roots firmly set in the Sunshine Coast.
Yeah, I came up here in 1979 to Maroochydore.
Wow.
And if I came down here, this was just a little dirt track, the fisherman's track. There's hardly a road there at all.
And you had a dream besides living in paradise. I mean, the rock coat story is a pretty good one, mate, I've got to say. I mean, a lot of these buildings you see behind us here have got Bob's rock coat on them. He makes an environmentally...
Many of them, yeah. Some of them in the early days actually rendered myself, yeah.
It's like an environmentally friendly render that he makes, and I just love the whole thing about your business. He has a veggie patch there. I mean, you got
chickens.
Over 100 staff. They're all so happy and relaxed, and you have an environmentally friendly product.
Well, being a small family-based company based on the Sunshine Coast, and we're living in and enjoying the rivers and beaches, we don't want to pollute it. We want to bring them, keep manufacturing in Australia and in places like the Sunshine Coast, but you've got to do it differently than we've done it before. And we've got all the harmful chemicals and VOCs and volatile materials out of our product, and so we have no poisons. And not only that, our natural materials, you can use them inside your house, and not only are there's no harmful chemicals, they're made of clay and natural things, but they actually take any pollutants out of the air.
Yeah, right.
And they keep the humidity in a range that's ideal for human health and won't allow the growth of any mould or fungi or anything like that. And they're beautiful and they're economical. It's just the greatest thing to...
I can attest to that. It's such an earthen feel to the houses that you render. I love products that don't upset the environment, like rock coat. They work because they're natural, and I'm really impressed with Bob's business philosophy in keeping things so down to earth. The whiting had gone quiet, and we soon found out why. You never know what you're going to catch out. That's part of the excitement of fishing out here. Even when you're fishing for flathead and brim and whiting, look at this guy. It's a serpent. Look at the head just sticking out the water there. Look at the teeth.
Well, if they get hold of you, they'll give you a nice bite.
Whoa! Just like a garfish on steroids. Got him. Look at the teeth. Now, I don't rate them as good eating, but they're not bad apparently, Bob, right?
Yeah, I know, they're nice, especially that side, it'd be great.
Bob's a sustainable fisher. He's got enough to have a feed, so I'll get this guy off. I was casting into a school of big, slender long toms, and they were getting crankier. This one's a monster. Woo! It's a long tom fest here at the moment. They've like moved in, and we were just chatting with Bob a minute ago and wondering whether they're scaring off the whiting that we're chasing, because they're up on the flats, and that's where the whiting are. Look at him in there in the water, just cruising over the top, like a shark. And they will go, yeah? He's not going to take you under or take a small child, but he'll give you a bit of a nip. But that is a metre there of long tom. It's like a deep sea monster, but you don't have to go too deep here in Australia to find crazy creatures like this. He's still got some life in him, but if I can get him behind the back of the head like that. Just get that circle hook out. Another good reason to use circle hooks is so that you can not get bitten off by fish like this. Nearly got him. Nearly got him. Come on, buddy. Okay, look at that. We'll let this guy go. Oh yeah, he wants to grab. He wants to grab me, but in he goes gently there, and he'll shoot off like a rocket the minute he realises he's won his freedom back.
Oh, yeah, as if he doesn't go for me first. Here you go, fella. Oh, I don't know about you, but I just wanted to relax out here catching some whiting. And I got serpents chasing me around the flats.
Yeah.
And so my little Noosa adventure with Bob ended with a slender long tom bonanza. They showed up, that's for sure. Being on the river, feet in the water, no one else around, is a great way to immerse yourself in the environment. And to catch a few fish on top of that, well, that's just a bonus. You know, when you come to Noosa, you don't necessarily think of fishing, but maybe next time you visit, you should.